Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my truck in my lunch break. Welcome to another video. I found something amazing, well amazing to me, in a charity shop just before Christmas. I think it was my best charity shop find ever, and I've been using it lately and I thought I need to share this with you because I was so excited. But before I do, there's two things about me you should know. The first thing is I can't stand the radio. I haven't listened to a radio since I was in my late teens listening to the top 40. I found that the music was getting less and less and the talking was getting more and more, and the talking would get in my head. I couldn't shut it out and I used to get so annoyed because it was just twaddle I didn't want to listen to, and I'd be there waiting for songs I liked, and you have to listen to loads of songs you don't like before you get to the songs that you do like. And then I got diagnosed with a hearing defect. It's like a processing disorder, so I can't shut out background noise, so I couldn't shut out the sort of things I didn't want to listen to. I just kept zoning into them in my head, so it's really annoying. So I don't like a lot of background noise unless it's something I specifically want to listen to. So I do not listen to the radio or anything like that, or have the television on in the background. I only have the television on if I want to watch the television, specific programs. And if somebody talks to me while I'm watching the program, I can't hear my program because I can't shut them out and listen to my program. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is, I am a huge Agatha Christie fan. I love Agatha Christie stories. I love reading the books. I like watching a lot of the television programs. I just love Agatha Christie. However, and this is a little rant for me, I only like specific people playing the characters. For me, Poirot will always be David Suchet. I think he's my favourite. I like the way he portrayed the character. I thought it was very true to the books, and I really liked that. And for me, Miss Marple will always be Joan Hickson. She is the closest to the books, I think, for me. I mean, everyone has their own personal favourite. Let me know in the comments below who your favourite Miss Marple and Poirot is. But there is one thing, and this is my little Agatha Christie rant about Miss Marple that I get really upset about when you read the books, is I don't think anybody so far has played her old enough, in the right era, to the books. She's described in the books as a Victorian school mom. And I've actually watched documentaries about Agatha Christie, and she describes basing Miss Marple on her grandmother's gossipy friends. Well, her grandmother and her friends would be Victorian. And Miss Marple is described of having sort of long dresses on and like a lace cap and lace mittens, bit like how you think of Miss Havisham in Great Expectations in a way. And that's how I sort of have her in my head. But the closest for me, I think, is Joan Hickson. So I really like her. So my best ever charity shop find. I went into a charity shop just before Christmas because they had big sales on, and I found, wait for it, this huge tub of talking books, Agatha Christie talking books. They had 2 rows of them, and I picked through and I found the ones with my favourite actors reading the stories. The other Poirot I like, I've got the sun shining on me, I think it's from the tapes, is Hugh Fraser plays Hastings, and in a lot of the books it is Hastings narrating the stories, and for me he will always be Hastings. So there are some of these as well, but there is loads. I was so excited. They are all cassette tapes, and I listen to cassette tapes. I love talking books. As I say, I don't like the radio. I don't have the radio on for me. If I've got something on when I'm, say, in the kitchen peeling potatoes or whatever, I like to have a talking book on. So I've got, this one is Dead Man's Folly, and I've got The Triangle at Rhodes. That's one read by Hugh Fraser. This is David Suchet. I've got Sad Cypress. That's David Suchet. These are all Poirots at the moment. Cat Among the Pigeons. That's read by Hugh Fraser. I've got loads of them here. That's the other part of Cat Among the Pigeons. Then we've got The Adventures of the Spanish Chest and the Christmas Puddings. Again, that's a Hugh Fraser one. Mrs. McGinty's Dead, another Hugh Fraser. That's the two bits of that. Then we've got a Miss Marple. This is Nemesis, and that's read by Joan Hickson, my favourite. Wasp's Nest and Other Stories. I mean, I had loads. Hang on, I got another pile here. Oh, crashing. I'll have to pick them all up after. But I was so excited. I was in there for ages. I couldn't hold them all. I was just filling this basket. Oh, that's the other part of Nemesis. We've got Poirot's Early Cases, read by David Suchet. 4 and 20 Blackbirds, read by Hugh Fraser. Murder on the Links, that's Hugh Fraser. I was so happy. I was getting so excited. I was going through them. The ones that I left were the ones with people reading them that I didn't want to be reading them. I know it's strange, but that's what I like. Hang on a minute, my camera's just slipped. Let's put it up a bit. But you know, if the top of my head's cut off, like Marilyn Monroe said, you know I've got the top of a head. That's the rest of Dead Man's Folly. The Mystery of Hunter's Lodge. That's by David Suchet. That was the one I was listening to, and I thought, oh, I must share this because I was so excited. Curtains, that's Poirot's Last Case. It's read by Hugh Fraser. Death in the Clouds. I can't see who that one is. The writing's quite small. So that's another one. The Mysterious Affair at Styles. That is the first ever one. That's Hugh Fraser. That's the rest of Curtains. That's the rest of Sad Cypress, because some of these are like 4 cassette tapes for the story. Elephants Can Remember. That's Hugh Fraser. That's the rest of that as well, because that's 4 tapes. And then The Kidnapped Prime Minister and Other Stories. That was by David Suchet. They did have some more Miss Marples, but I really like Joan Hickson. And then the other thing I got at the same time is I found this DVD, and it was Keeping Up Appearances. I used to watch this show when I was younger with my dad. It just makes me laugh, with Mrs. Bouquet, and I thought, oh, I'll get that. Now all of that should have come to £27, but because I'd bought so many, I was so excited in the shop, they let me have it for £20 for all that. I've listened to a few of them, they all seem fine. I was so excited, and so £20, that was my Christmas present to myself. And just to let you know, in here somewhere, oh no, I can't find them, give me a minute, I'm back. These are 2 little tapes that I bought. This is The Thumb Mark of St. Peter's, read by Joan Hickson, and this is The Love Detectives, read by David Suchet. And these are 2 talking books that I bought, gosh, over 10 years ago now, for 25p each in a charity shop. And that's what set me off. I always check in charity shops to see if there's any talking books, and a lot of the time there's tapes, because people don't listen to tapes anymore, but I still do. My family over the years have bought me, these weren't from the charity shop, these are presents from my family. They have bought me CDs, talking books of Agatha Christie, read by Joan Hickson. This is The 13 Problems, that's a Miss Marple. The Bloodstained Pavement and Other Stories, that's my Miss Marple. Murder at the Vicarage, another Miss Marple. These are all read by Joan Hickson, and The Blue Geranium by Miss Marple. And I have got at home, which I didn't bring with me today, my favourite Miss Marple, which is A Murder is Announced, also read by Joan Hickson. And yeah, I love those. But if I ever see another copy in a charity shop, I'm just going to adjust my camera, I will pick it up, because my worst fear is if they break. So I will always pick some up. But that was my best ever, most exciting charity shop find ever. I know. So I listen to them all the time. I love them, and such a good price. So thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below what your best ever charity shop find was. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for listening to me ramble on and my rants about Miss Marple. Maybe I should play Miss Marple. It's always been my lifelong ambition to play Miss Marple. So maybe I should, and then I can play her exactly as I want. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and think happy thoughts. And until next time, stay frugal.